just finished this book. Let's talk about it. Thank you to St. Martin's Press for the advanced e-copy of this book. And I cannot wait for you guys to read this one. So Lightfall by Ed Crocker is the beginning to an epic fantasy trilogy. It has vampires, it has werewolves, it has sorcerers, it has a little bit of everything, and all of that is wrapped around this new idea about vampire blood and what it does for them and to them. And it really explores this theme of class and how different classes of vampires get different types of blood, which means some classes can live forever, some classes age not like a human, but they age and then they eventually die. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I'm definitely looking forward to not only the publication of this book, but I'm also looking forward to the ending of the trilogy. It's definitely something that I need to know what happens to these characters. I will say this is probably something for me that I would have enjoyed more on audio. About the first half of the book, we're really getting a lot of exposition and world building, which I know is super important, especially when it comes to these epic fantasies. For me, it was a little difficult for me to follow, but not in the way that made me want to stop reading it or that really made it too confusing. When everything started to kind of tie together and we really got into this story that really started about halfway through. I did really enjoy all the background of the species and the characters and sort of how they got to where they are presently in this book. So I will say, while there may have been a little touch of romance in the works for this book, this is definitely just a fantasy. It's not romantasy, it's full on political warfare, which for me, I really enjoy all of that. Like, there's so much backstabbing and behind the scenes things that are happening that it really made for an intriguing book. There are a lot of characters to keep track of in this book. We've got all the different classes of vampire. There's a POV for them. There's a werewolf POV. There's a sage POV. And then there's some other POVs sprinkled in. So for me, that was another thing that maybe I felt took away just that half a star to keep it from being a 5. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this. I'm excited for publication. It releases on January 14th. Please let me know if you plan on reading this one, if you have read it, and I can't wait to see how this book is perceived by the world. And again, that is Lightfall by Ed Crocker.